Welcome back to the channel. If you follow the things that I'm about to go over in this video, then I promise you that this will give you the best chance that you have at re-attracting your ex back into your life. Number one is you need to be giving your ex silence. There is a reason why people talk about no contact, and there is a reason why it's so important and why I harp on it so much. It is because it is extremely attractive. It's an attractive thing to be doing, and it's the best way that you can get your ex wondering about you and thinking about you. No contact is a very important step into getting your ex to come back to you. Not only that though, but you give that time to yourself to improve yourself, to work on yourself and become a better version. So if your ex does come back, or if someone new comes into your life, you can be a better person than you were before. Right now, your ex is treating you like you aren't that valuable to them. You aren't worth much to them. And I know how hurtful and painful that can be, because I went through the same thing and I had the same feelings that you are experiencing. Your ex has just walked away from this relationship and from you like it means nothing to them, like you mean nothing to them. Because in your ex's mind, they had the idea that this breakup was going to be easy because they were expecting you to chase them, to over pursue them, to beg and plead them. And maybe you did do that, but that's why they thought it was going to be easy, because they thought that you're always going to be around. They think you're always going to be around. They think that you're always going to have a spot for them and you're just going to be waiting for them. The thing is though, when you're not doing that, when you stop chasing, when you stop begging and you stop trying to be around in their life more, they're slowly going to feel the loss of you in their life. Once they get to that point, once they start feeling that, they get some anxiety from that, because they're starting to realize like, hey, am I losing a core piece of my life, or someone that was a core piece of my life, someone that really cared about me? That's going to get them thinking about you. That's going to get them wondering about you and wondering what's going on in your life. Are you seeing someone new, or have you forgot about them and moved on? It's going to give them some of the same feelings that you have about them, where you're wondering about them and thinking about them, and you just are so worked up and you get, worried about what they're doing or if they're seeing someone new. The biggest thing that you need to be doing right now is, if you are, stop reaching out to them. And no matter what, even if you aren't right now, you cannot reach out to them no matter what. And you shouldn't be trying to post any sort of thirst traps on social media to try and get their attention, because they will feel that energy from you. They will feel and they will sense like, oh, he's posting that just to get my attention, or she's posting that to try and, make me jealous or get me to reach out to her. You don't want to be doing those things. If you want to get your ex back and save your relationship and become a better version of yourself, make sure to click the link in the description below. I would love to work with you, and I really know that I can help you. Now, number two is you need to be showing resistance to your ex. What will happen sometimes, and what actually happened with me and my ex, is sometimes your ex will reach out to you to try and breadcrumb you, just to try and check in on you. My ex ended up reaching out to me that with something that had no value and no substance to it. When this happens, when they reach out to you with something that has no value or no substance, or it's not, what you want from them, basically, if they're not coming back to you to really genuinely, see how you're doing and possibly start working on things, then you have to resist the urge to start begging them. You have to resist the urge to pour out all your love and confess your love to them and trying to get them to come back and work on things. Sometimes you actually need to push back in order to move forward. So if your ex says something or has said something to you along the lines of, this relationship will never work, or, we can never work things out, you need to agree with them. You need to tell them that you would need to see a lot of changes, and that you're also trying to work on yourself and become a better version of yourself, because this will actually create the distance that they wanted, because you're not trying to, change their mind. You're not trying to say, oh, but wait, we can work on things. This will be better. I'll change this, I'll change that. And if we just do this, this relationship will work. If you just agree with them, you come off as not as desperate, not as needy, and that you're accepting the breakup. You're accepting what they want and you're giving them what they want. And that creates that distance and gets them closer to that curiosity stage. The most important thing that does though, is it shows them that you actually value yourself. You respect yourself, and you're not going to try and force them to come back to you. You're not going to try and force them to want to be with you or to love you and have those feelings with you. That is going to make them wonder, how are you moving on? How is this person moving on that, said they loved me so much and cared about me and begged and chased after the breakup? What has changed? Because in their mind, they thought that you would chase them. They thought that you would just go and beg and plead and chase them and try and be around in their life more. But you're not. You're pushing back a little bit. You're agreeing with their statement. The last thing that you need to be doing, and you really need to understand, is you have to have patience. You need to be patient with your ex. That is the key. You have to have patience in getting your ex back, because your ex isn't just going to come back all of a sudden. Your ex isn't going to come back tomorrow. They're not just going to come back, the next night. It's going to take time. The thing is, it has to be your ex's idea to get back together, or at least they need to think that it's their idea to get back together. And really, they should be working to get you back if you got dumped, if they dumped you and left you. As we know, you cannot force them to come back to you. There's nothing that you can do or say that's going to just magically change their mind and force them to come back into your life and want to work on things. By you being patient, you're going to let them get to a point to where they can't stop thinking about you and they're starting to chase you because you are all they're thinking about. When you actually combine all these things together and you start, giving your ex silence, you show resistance to reach out and, beg and confess your love to them, and you give them patience, you are patient in the process, and you're patient with yourself and getting through this breakup, that is when your ex will start to slowly feel the loss of you. That is when they will possibly start reaching out to you and come around and feel, that they might be losing the person that really cared about them. It is always better if your ex feels like it's their idea to come back and start working on things and, want to be a part of your life again. So start doing those three things. Show resistance if they reach out trying to breadcrumb you and just get your attention. Give your ex silence, remain in no contact, and have the right intentions behind no contact, and really work on yourself and become a better version, and have patience. Patience is the most important thing, and understand that it is going to take time to get through this breakup and get your dream outcome, or just move on and find someone better that's really going to want to be with you. If you did take some value away from this video, make sure you like and subscribe right down below. And if you do want to get your ex back and save your relationship, I know I can help you, and I would really love to work with you. So click the link in the description below. So I will see you in the next video.